Hello, this is PG, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Xcom Enemy Within. It's on PC and most major consoles. Xcom Enemy Within is a turn-based tactics game developed by Firaxis Games. The game is a standalone expansion for Xcom Enemy Unknown and adds new gameplay features, although in terms of pure gameplay it remains pretty much the same as the base game. Your character manages the Xcom headquarters as well as commanding troops in turn-based battles against the invading alien threat. Okay, gameplay, well, it's split into two main tasks. You've got turn-based combat and tactical management. First, let's look at the combat. Your team of soldiers have action points and can move to cover, flank enemies, use items, firearms, etc. You can set up a defensive overwatch, and you will need to because this game features permadeath. When a soldier dies, they die. Goodbye, my friend. Thankfully, the more missions they complete, the more their abilities will increase, making them more effective as a unit. Now, I'd say the alien variation is pretty good, and it makes you adjust your approach as it definitely isn't one size fits all. Missions involve seek and destroy, hostage rescue, recon, and it's reasonably varied in part due to the interesting variety of aliens. The second and more complex part of Enemy Within is the strategic management side. The game is essentially an arms race between humanity and aliens to see who can advance toward their goals at a greater speed. Time passes, days, weeks, months, with the latter featuring a useful monthly report from your employer. The world map shows you how the fight is going and where you need to focus your attentions. You'll be building new facilities, crafting items and gear, setting up new research priorities, and also deploying fighter jets to fight off flying saucers. Your choices do make a difference, and what you focus on will both strengthen your team but also weaken them in some regard. The base features a research team, engineering, hangars, and a barracks. Speaking of the barracks, you can do quite a bit of customization on them. You can customize your troops' skills, loadout, items, skill tree, visual style. You can even select a voice of their nationality. But be warned, don't get too attached because the majority of them are going to die on the next mission, probably. But as long as you have some core troops to lead the grunts, you'll be able to make some good progress in the challenging campaign. I have to say I probably enjoyed it more than XCOM 2 as it felt like less time pressured compared to that, giving you the chance to get your feet under the table. Okay, so that's the core gameplay, but what does this expansion actually add to the base game? Well, there's a new currency called Meld that is used for like transhuman technology. Alien robots are kind of more effective, and there are two new variants, the Seeker and the Mechtoid, and they add variety to the combat. The alien autopsies can now lead you to unlocking superhuman abilities that can be added to your operatives. You can also create a new class, which is essentially a mech. There's also new enemy faction, bunch of other stuff too, so it's definitely enough remixed. If you're a veteran of the original game, this is definitely worth playing. Visually impressive when you're in the base of operations with nice cutscenes, clean presentation, it's very sort of slick. Maybe the actual levels are quite dull and underwhelming visually, but it's functional. Sound, music, sound effects, more importantly the voice acting, very good. You know, all of that stuff is like top drawer, cannot fault it. Anyway, verdict, XCOM Enemy Within is a solid standalone expansion to one of the best turn-based tactics games of all time. It adds enough new features and elements to make the campaign feel fresh without compromising what made the base game so palatable. Could it have done more to be different though? Yes, but again, if it isn't broken, why are you fixing it? So if you're an XCOM fan, this is well worth a playthrough, and it's also available as a standalone, which is great, not just a DLC. Anyway, scoring XCOM Enemy Within, 8 out of 10. That's the review. Thank you for watching. This is PG signing off. Cheers.